All right, what's up, everyone? This is the Osmo.com NHL Hit the Ice Show. We've got yet another two-game slate to talk about. This one is pretty special though because we do have two game sevens. So just from a hockey fan standpoint, it doesn't really get much better than this. The contests on DK have gone up from yesterday, at least the $10, the one that I like to play. It's not a great payout structure, but it looks like FanDuel got a 5K up top as well. And these two game slates have actually been going pretty well. I've been in the running the last 3 or 4 nights, every single night, and just can't quite get things to go my way right at the end. But I'm sure you guys are feeling that too. So that's the nice thing about the two game slates. If you build a bunch of lineups, you feel like there's always one that's pretty close, or at least you got a chance for a top 10 or top 5 or something like that. Tonight, you're probably going to need like a top 3 or so in the DK $10. I think FanDuel's got a better payout structure. Let me see here. Yeah, you guys can see that, I think. Let me check. Yep, you guys can see that just fine. 5K, 2K, 1K. I mean, it's not perfect, but still top heavy, but a little bit less so than the DK tourney. You want to look at the DK tourney. I'll turn my computer on sleep mode so you don't hear that annoying clicking. Ooh, they already opened up a second one. Nice. 17 max for the second one. That's nice. But this is the big boy right here. 123 is the max. So that's nice-ish. I mean, why not just make it 5K up top and disperse the other 5K elsewhere? I don't know. Whatever. I guess just got to win first, right? That's the deal. So, got to win first or second, basically, tonight. That's going to be the strategy to at least get some profit, because if you multi-enter this 123 and you don't get, I'd say probably a top 4 spot, maybe you could sneak out a profit with top 5 if you got some other top, 20, 30 lineups in there. But yeah, I'm going for it all. I'm going for the 10K. I'd be stupid not to, I suppose, at this point. Just been so close these last few days. I'm sure you guys have been as well. So I'm excited. The games, I mean, there's not a ton to talk about, I don't think, because... Oh, thanks, Mike. I hope you do as well. Are you playing that $10? If you're not playing the $10, then I hope you take down the what is it? The $4 forecheck. There you go, 2K to first. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I just play these tourneys for fun. I have 20 times more volume in MLB. Right. I mean, just play for fun. Just something on the line outside of the game sevens. So, and the $10 is going to fill really easily, which is nice. So maybe we'll even have, I'll continue to do streams as long as we've got some decent tournaments. And these, I would say, fall into the pretty good category, just as far as prize money. So if we've got at least one big tournament on DK or FanDuel or both, then I'll continue to do the 2-game streams. It seems like we're still getting a few people that actually enjoy these, which is nice to see. So I'm glad you guys are here hanging out. And it is really hot in my room. Or I guess my office, my room, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you guys can hear the fan now, but I'll move my mic closer to me. So if you can hear that, if that's annoying to you guys, let me know, and I'll turn it back down. But if not, we're gonna keep going. So last night ended up being profitable, which was good. It looked really good there for a while again. I don't know what it is about these 2-game slates, but it's just like basically you cover every combo. Not necessarily, but I think what's helping me is running a lot of 3-2-1s, as well as the 3-3s, the 4-3-1s, but focusing primarily on 3-2-1s, I think has helped me actually a lot. And I figured out, I mean, not figured out, I mean, I do it on Fantasy Cruncher. It's not that difficult to do. Once it goes down to one game a night, the showdown contest will be like 5K to first. Yeah. Yeah, they will be. Let me move this over here. I think I'm going to run one more crunch on DK before lock, but I basically know kind of where I'm at, I think, at this point. So that's a good feeling. A couple questions to the slate are just, what do you do with Pasternak? Do we think he's going to get moved back on to Boston 1? And then here in the Sharks game, is this actually going to be Nyquist? I don't think it's going to be. So, I don't know. I think this is going to be the big question. What do you do with Pasternak and Boston 1? Because obviously this, look at, that's 17K for that trio. If you do this, you're really boxing yourself into a certain lineup construction that a lot of other people will duplicate. That being said, if Pasternak somehow lower owned than Heinen or close to the same, maybe you take the better player and figure out how to save the 3K elsewhere. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of both with those two guys. I don't think it has to be one or the other. You could run a crunch with both and see which one you like better. That'd be okay. They have a Thursday through Monday contest for NFL, so why couldn't they do a Thursday through Friday NHL contest instead of solely showdowns? It'd be nice, and honestly, I'd have to think about that if I actually prefer that. I don't really think I'm going to spend time worrying about that because I think it's just going to be all showdown slates. Maybe they have a 2-day long slate where it's, the top tournament would be like $500 to first. It'd be kind of like what you see for an MLB all-day slate, which, yeah, I mean, you can play those in whatever, 20 max, but they do that on FanDuel? Okay, maybe I'll play over there on FanDuel then. I like that. I mean, it's also a nice way to hedge, too. I remember I really liked playing those when I first started because you've already got a slate started. You kind of know where you're at with that one, and you can hedge because the slate is starting and ending at the same time, which is pretty cool. So I would probably prefer the 2-day slate, but I like Showdown. I think it's fine. I think the format's okay. Just weighs shots a little bit more. There's not a ton to it, obviously, besides there's no positions, but yeah. I'm gonna play more on FanDuel. I'm really soaking in these last few weeks of NHL, so I'm gonna miss it when it's gone. Baseball hasn't been quite as fun for me. It's not as fun to watch and stuff. Yeah, face-off points, I think those get a little bit overrated. Can you guys actually afford to max enter the entire DK slate anyways? I don't max enter everything, no. Could I? I suppose I could, but no. Play within my limits. I know my limits. I hear people talk about the lack of contest, but it seems like you can still get 10,000 of action each night on there. I think you could. Well, actually, we can do this. We could probably do this. That's my dummy lineup, so take that if you please. This is a 2 max, 17. This is, so you're at 1,400 here. If you max these two, plus another 360, you're not even at 2K yet. I don't know, this is a single entry. I mean, if you literally maxed out everything, maybe you could get to 10K. This is what, a 6 max? Yeah, 6 max. So that's only another less than $200. Even if you play all the single entries and all this, I don't think you can get 10K on DK. Oh, plus cash games and head-to-heads. Yeah, you could probably do that. I don't know. Are people playing cash games? Are they? everybody complains about the lobbies being bad for NHL in general. It's kind of dried up, but I can't imagine for a 2-game slate it's that much better. I think the action is there for a high stakes player. Yeah, you're probably right, Mike. I would guess. But I was just thinking more of tournaments. In tournaments, the most you're probably getting here is 2,500, 3K, somewhere around there, which is fine. Ooh. Okay, so FanDuel does have the captain slot. Would you play Pasta or Matthews at the captain? For FanDuel in a single game. Off the top of my head, I have Matthews projected higher on DK. I'm assuming it's that same way for FanDuel, but I will just check on that. I don't know if they're that close. I've got Matthews for 15. Oh, that's a lie. I actually have Pasternak higher. Okay. Yeah, I've got Pasternak a little bit higher than Matthews. Yeah, I mean, you could go either way. I don't have a huge preference there. Sissima? Yeah, Sissima plays everything. You know, I noticed a few weeks ago, actually, Alex Osimo stopped playing. You see a lot of really solid players in here still playing. There's Sissima. Testosterone is riding it out. He's a good player. Obviously, very good player here. And then I'm sure there will be a couple other familiar names that pop up here. I don't know. Maybe I'll play that. We'll see how I feel closer to lock. 67 entries, 2 max. If I played, I would play 2 entries. I don't know. Such a big advantage. Rounder Kid always beats me in head-to-head. I don't know that I know that name. Maybe if I saw the avatar, I'd recognize. But you can't see the avatar here, obviously. Yeah, there's guys that play everything for sure. Just trying to get as much volume down as possible. I'm going to try to switch a lot of action to DK next year. GPPs seem better. I think they are. I mean, they don't really care about their product that much, but just I think they just got a better user experience on DraftKings compared to FanDuel, especially for their niche sports. And I guess NHL is right on the fringe of niche sport and kind of a main sport, but the contests sometimes make it seem like it's a niche sport. DK. Why don't you play everything with as large of a bankroll as you have? I don't know. I don't think there's a huge edge in. I mean, maybe this one you could argue with 67 entries. I think there is a really nice edge in the $10 tournaments and the stuff, the $8 when they have it and all that stuff. I think that's probably where most of my edge lies. I don't play cash games. I don't really have much interest in playing cash games, so yeah, I'm not gonna take on Wilson's head-to-heads or someone like that. Like, no, I'm good there. At best, I'd be just paying rake. At worst, I'd probably get crushed. I need to win $200 more by the end of the month for an even 4K profit in 4 months. That's nice. That's really impressive. Nice job, Tyler. Let's get you that 200. You could do that by the end of the month. What, we got a week left? Yeah. Yeah, don't overextend your boundaries, right? Have your system, stick with it. Exactly. You guys see I'm wearing my Sharks shirt. I don't know why. I just put this on. It was either that or wear the same shirt as yesterday, the Matthews Toronto jersey. So, I actually don't think the Sharks are going to win tonight. I don't know. The game is a pick'em right now. What do we have here? Yeah, 3-3 implied totals. All right, let's go through these games quick. My 4th season on DK, first profitable season. Nice. Always good to get that first one under the belt. Now you'll feel on top of the world. You'll be ready for next year and hopefully to ride out the end of the season. Why not play lower end cash games at a larger volume? I don't think there's really that much. I don't know. How do you get the extra numbers to show up on DK contests? Oh, do you mean this? I'm assuming you mean these, like the overlay numbers and the margin. That this means rake, the margin. That is an RG RotoGrinders Chrome extension. So you can just search that on Google. It's free. I think they have one for Mozilla Firefox too. So yeah, get that. Super easy. I mean, nice visual. So yeah, for sure get that. All right, let's go through it. We've got the Leafs and the Bruins. Game 7, 2.6 implied total for the Leafs, 2.9 for the Bruins. Frederik Andersen and Tuukka Rask in net. The question here is, what do we do with Heinen and Pasternak? For me, what I plan to do right now is run about half of my crunch. I've got 123 lineups, so about half of that with Heinen, half of that with Pasternak on line 1. So I will switch it around. I mean, it's not one or the other. Like I said earlier, it's not one or the other. I think you can make lineups with Pasternak because he's obviously on the power play, even if he doesn't get put together with Bergeron and Marchand at 5-on-5. If they get a power play in this game, and they'll probably get a couple, I'm sure. They capitalize as well as anyone. So they were 2 for 2 last game. Their power play has been cooking a little bit, and you can play Pasternak with Bergeron and Marchand. If you don't like Heinen, you can leave him off. I don't know if I would if you think he's going to stay on the whole game, because this line's so good at 5-on-5, and Heinen, it's not like Heinen's a plug. Like, he can contribute to that line, get assists. Is this what he does full time? Are you talking about me? If you're talking about me, then yeah, I do this full time. Other lines in this game. Okay, so, well, actually, I really like Boston 1. Obviously, hard to not like them. They've gotten the better of the Tavares line. I think that's a big advantage just in general. Boston 1 versus Tavares, Marner, and Hyman. Hyman was kind of hurt earlier today, or he took the morning skate off. He's going to play, so shouldn't be any changes here for the Leafs. And I prefer the Matthews line over Krejci, DeBrusk, and Pasternak or Heinen, whoever you want to go with there, as a full stack. But I'm just going to have a ton of Boston 1. Bergeron probably going to be my highest exposed skater. At very least, probably my highest exposed forward. And Marchand not going to be very far behind. Like I said, kind of splitting exposure here with Heinen and Pasternak to go with Bergeron and Marchand. I will have some Bergeron Marchand with neither one of them. When I run the 3-2-1s, I'll have some Bergeron one-offs. I'll probably have a couple Marchand one-offs as well. I like Coyle as a one-off. I don't know that I'm in love with the Boston 3 stack, but I will be playing a good amount of Coyle one-offs at 3,700. Just a guy who's been active so far in this series from a shot generation and scoring chance generation standpoint, and I think he's going to get a pretty good matchup against the second and third lines for Toronto here. Nylander is the other one I like. So both third line centers, I suppose you could say that I'm going to play a bunch of. Coyle's actually like hitting his caps. So I'm playing like some Coyle, Bergeron, Kuhlman lineups, and that doesn't really correlate that well. But when you're on the 3-2, you can get off of some correlation in these 2 game slates, I think. So you need the guys that are in on like almost all the goals to actually make a tournament on these 2 gamers. So it's really tough, but if you got a bunch of lineups, you can make some different lineup constructions. I think you can be successful on these 2 gamers. I don't think it's as random as maybe you'd think if you're doing it the right way. Also, Corrali is a guy that on a short sample of this series, he's only played a couple games, but he is attempting. He has generated a good amount of chances, and he is, 3,100. So if you need like a one-off, if you're stacking the other game, or let's say you've got all the other pieces, but you need a really cheap one-off, I think Corrali's actually. I think you could do worse there, and I hate fourth line guys like always, but I will play a little bit of Corrali tonight as a one-off guy. McAvoy, Krug, Grzelcyk, Riley, Gardner, Muzzin. Those are the guys that I think are going to be at least in my pool tonight as far as who I'm playing the most. I do have in this game I have the most Riley, and then it's Krug, then Gardner, Grzelcyk, Muzzin. I really like the way Riley's been playing. He's been really aggressive when I've watched, and the points have kind of followed over these last few games. Got a point in 4 straight, bunch of shots on goal in that span. He's got at least 4 shots on goal in 4 out of the 6 games. Bunch of blocks as well, and then he's playing 23, 25 minutes every single night. So he's a guy that I think is fine as a floor play, 6,100. That may seem expensive, but he's going to be lower owned than a guy like Burns and probably Carlson as well, because he's priced right around them. But the soft pricing will get some people off of Riley, but you need the raw points. So I'm more likely to pay up for a guy that may not be a great value, but he will get you just slightly different. That's all you got to be on these slates, just slightly different. Coyle still projected slightly higher, but lower points per dollar. I have Corrali as a slightly higher rating than Coyle. Yeah, I don't think that's wrong. I maybe give the lean to Coyle because he's on the power play, but he's not on that top unit. So, yeah, I don't have an issue with that. I think Corrali's fine. Like I said, I'm a fourth line hater, even on 2-game slates, but this Boston fourth line isn't really the fourth line. They're going to play 13, 14 minutes, I would think. And they do play in the shutdown role sometimes, so maybe they see some time against Matthews and Tavares, which is actually not a bad matchup at all. All right, other game. Man, I'm excited for these. They spaced them out too, so it'll be 6 hours in a row of watching hockey. This game will end at 1 a.m. Eastern, so 12 my time. Get to bed at midnight. It'll be nice. If I can sleep after these games, after I bank my 10K on DK and then another 5 on FanDuel, we'll see if I'm gonna be able to get to bed. Golden Knights and Sharks, 3 implied total for both sides here. Just a dead pick 'em. It's basically been that way all day. What that tells me is that the general public thinks that Vegas is a better team. I think Vegas is a better team. Martin Jones played admirably in Game 6. He was a big reason the Sharks won. They won on a pretty bad shot, but looking at the numbers of that game, every Vegas line had I think 60 Corsi for percentage that played over a couple minutes. Like all 4 of these lines were rolling San Jose. Granted, that was at home, so maybe they got the matchups they wanted. They didn't really hard match. But I really like this game, like all the stacks in this game. My 2 favorites here, well, Hurdle I think is my favorite overall play at 6,100. He's a guy that I'm going to have a ton of in one-offs. He's a guy that's created a ton of quality chances. LeBanc is another guy I have as a really good one-off option at 3,500 that I'm going to be heavy on. I don't think a lot of people will have a ton of LeBanc. You can, of course, play these all top 9 for each team as stacks. I think this is going to be Donskoy. I think they liked how Donskoy looked with Hurdle and Kane. We don't have confirmation on the lineups here for San Jose. For Vegas, it's gonna be the same lineup, unless something really really weird were to happen between now and the start of the game. I absolutely love Vegas 1. Like I said, I love Hurdle. A little less high on the stack, but I don't think, like, if you play Donskoy and you guess correctly on the line combos, it's not really gonna matter if you're super heavy on Kane and Hurdle. If you're heavy on Donskoy and he gets a goal and that line's the nuts, it's not gonna take that much exposure to be over the field. In fact, you could probably play like 5% of Kane, Hurdle, Donskoy, and then be done with Donskoy. And if you're correct, you still have, however many lineups. If it's 1 out of 20, if it's 5 out of 100, you still have some variations of a stack that could be playing together for a lot of the game that people just don't have. Hurdle, Couture, Pavelski, LeBanc, Carlson. I like it. I mean, I will have lineups that are like that. Full stacks here. It is going to be, like I mentioned, the Carlson line. Really love them for Vegas. It's hard not to like Stastny, Pacioretty, and Stone. I'm forcing some of them in. They don't grade out particularly well for me, which I'm surprised about based on what they've done in the series. But I do like Thornton, Sorensen, and LeBanc as a trio. They all get power play time. You're going to get them with one of Burns or Carlson. They'll switch off, I'm sure, on the power play. But I also really love Alex Tuck at 4,700. So I'm going to be all over this game. I think the other game is a little bit easier to grasp. But yeah, I'm playing a lot of goalies in the other game, along with Boston 1. I'm playing a lot of skaters in this game. Same goes for Theodore. Same goes for Carlson and Burns. Those are 3 of my favorite defensemen tonight. Other guys in this game that I have exposure to are like Colin Miller, Nate Schmidt, but those aren't really priority guys at all for me. What else is there to talk about here? I honestly don't even know. We have Anderson as a B points grade, A value grade. Joe Thornton's last career game, it very well could be. This line has looked good though. Thornton, Sorensen, LeBanc, kind of like them. Yeah, I like Eakin. I mean, I like Alex Tuck really, but I like Vegas 3. I don't know that you need to play a ton of them as full stacks, but really, really, really like Tuck. And same thing for a LeBanc over here. I just find it hard to imagine a team who wins 2 elimination games loses in a game 7 at home. It almost feels like the Sharks are destined to win tonight. I don't know. I just think Vegas is better, so whatever. I mean, wouldn't be surprising at all if San Jose wins this. I think Vegas wins this. I think Alex Tuck will have the multi-point game to get you there. You're doing it wrong if you don't have your shares of Reeves. Revo, is that what they call him? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you need to go to this 4th line. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, arguments can be made, and, would you be surprised if the Leafs won? I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm just going to sit back and watch and hopefully make some money. Yeah, hopefully 2 really good games. Vegas has 2 tries. Vegas had 2 tries to knock them out. Yeah, and now they get a 3rd. So I still think Vegas wins 1 out of 3. It's hard to beat a team 3 games in a row, right? Vegas did it. Sharks on the verge of doing it, possibly. Yeah, maybe Jones blew his wad last game. He was good. Is he going to be good in Game 7, though, on home ice? Pressure's on. I don't know. Give me Fleury in that matchup. Fleury let up an ugly one to lose that last game. I mean, Fleury didn't lose that game. Vegas not being able to finish lost that game. They need to get quality chances against Martin Jones, and he will break. They did not get enough quality chances. And Jones made some good saves. But if my math is correct, Vegas will get a lot of quality chances. Vegas will beat Martin Jones a handful of times, and they will move on. But this is hockey, so who knows? He doesn't need to have 50 saves for him to win. Maybe the Sharks figured something out, how to limit quality chances. They did a good job against Pacioretty, Stastny, and Stone. I mean, as good of a job as you can do. They just didn't finish. I don't know. They kind of left Jones out. Jones was good. He made a few good saves. He was not... It wasn't like an all-time performance by a goalie or anything. Vegas puts up shots, yeah. I think they're going to generate early and often. Will the Sharks be able to? Probably. But, yeah, everything about this game, everything about this series has been Vegas, Vegas, Vegas for me. And I'm not going to stop just because they're on the road in Game 7. It's still Marty Jones. How about those Preds last night? Goodbye, Preds. It was not fun having you. What a team. What a disappointing season. Honestly. Yeah, Stars deserved that. Stars were better. Marlowe's going to score. Would you... all the narratives for this game. Thornton scores to, win. Marlowe scores. He's got to be retired after the season, right? So much for higher seeds in the West. Yeah. Sharks were the higher seed. Sure, but Vegas is, I think, just better. We want the Blues. I agree. Bishop was incredible. Bishop was insane. I tied for first in the 10 and won the 33. Nice, Bryce. Is there a team in the West who can beat Vegas or San Jose? I think St. Louis can. Well, let's see. We're only going to be down to 4 teams, right, in the West. So it's St. Louis and Dallas. I think St. Louis could beat those teams. CBJ wants the Leafs. Yeah, I would want the Leafs rather than Boston. But it's wide open now. Completely wide open. Already hating on Colorado. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to hate on Colorado. I don't think Colorado can beat Vegas or San Jose, honestly. No, they could beat San Jose. If we have another Martin Jones, if he has a Martin Jones outburst for 4 games, or not even, if he has 2 bad games, all of a sudden it's going to be a way different series. Best sleeper pick that testosterone won't have. Testosterone's going to have everyone. I'm going to have everyone, basically. I told you, my 2 favorites, one of my favorite one-offs is Alex Tuck, 4,700. Yeah, you can't really be sneaky on a 2-game slate. Yeah, and Testy's not about one-offs. Anyways, Testosterone plays 3 threes. That's it. 3-man forward stacks plus a 3-man forward stack. So you're not beating testosterone. I mean, you could beat him because of a one-off, but what if the long wait for the Islanders and the Jackets hurts them at all to start the next round? Yeah, I was wondering about that. I mean, it could go either way. Well rested, pumped up to play, or who knows, the hot team comes in that just won. I don't know. I never know what to do with those. It's like revisionist history. If the Blues come out, if the Blue Jackets come out and win game 1, oh man, they're rested, the sweep. If they come out and lay an egg, then it's, the rest hurt them. They needed to keep playing. I don't know. Hard for me to know until after it happens. So we'll see. I'm sure I'll mention that garbage once we start. The next series, I think the next games start on Thursday. We've got a game 7 tomorrow, my Hurricanes against the Capitals. And then, I think the winner of the Golden Knights and Sharks takes on Colorado, and I think that game is Thursday. Yeah, I think that's correct. Canes gonna win? Yeah, of course the Canes are gonna win. Too bad the Islanders can't play in the dump on Long Island during the playoffs. Value defenseman. Sure. Let's see who I got. I do have a little bit of Travis Dermott, and then Grizzlick's okay. I don't know. He still doesn't play a lot of minutes. But there's not a lot of flashy defensemen that you can point to and say this guy is going to have a big game at a cheap price and low ownership. I'm okay with Carlo, Grizzlick, and there's not really any guys on the Leafs besides Dermott if you're really looking for a punt. Vlasic's fine, 3,700. That's not really a super cheap D. Yeah, I'm hoping the Canes win. Zaitsev, man, he's the king of 22 minutes with a block shot and a shot on goal, and that's it. Any Erik Karlsson? For sure. Yeah, I think Karlsson is he's going to be either my second or third highest exposed defenseman. Behind Burns is probably going to be first, but it's going to be close between Burns, Riley, Karlsson, Theodore, Krug. So, you think the Leafs or Bruins win tonight, Jake? Man, I don't know. I think Boston's going to win. I think Boston's better. I don't know. Isn't there some Leafs curse or something? I don't know. That's a narrative thing. I think it's more likely that Boston wins this game. Vegas thinks it's more likely. Can we talk series Thursday? What do you want to talk on Thursday? Just talk about the series on Thursday once we find out what they are. Series previews, predictions. I mean, I've been doing those. I mean, I've been giving you guys my thoughts on the series. I don't know. I like DFS. I love DFS. I love watching the games, but I'm not going to act like I'm some great hockey analyst that knows the ins and outs of everything. But yeah, I can give my takes or whatever. I don't know. I guess we could go back and see what I said about these games. I think I picked Vegas. I think I picked Boston. Who else I picked? I obviously picked the Flames. That didn't work out. I picked the Hurricanes. That one's still alive. I picked the Predators. I picked the Blues. And, of course, picked the Lightning. And then I don't know if I made a pick for Penguins Islanders. He's no Pierre. Yeah. Just wait till tomorrow till Brooks Orpik gets his first FaceTime and Pierre just loses it. Loves Brooks Orpik. CBJ with another 4-0 sweep against the Leafs. I would be surprised. Could you have predicted Vegas 2 being this much better than Vegas 1? See, that's the thing. I don't think Vegas 2 has been that much better. The last few games, Vegas 1 has been carrying the load as far as generating opportunities. So that's why I like Vegas 1 a lot. I mean, I'm kind of mad that they're way cheaper than Vegas 2, because I think if they were close to the same price, people would go to Vegas 2. But, yeah. Yeah, Mike, that's a, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, Raj, where you been? People still playing hockey? There's some decent contests. You got to get in them. These 2-game slates have been fun. I think a lot of people watching the stream have been profitable from them. Why'd you retire? From DFS or from NHL? NHL I can understand. DFS, can't retire from DFS. Okay, I just play MLB and NBA playoffs. Nice. Yeah, we kind of all got sick of Burns at the end, though. Right, but it's a new slate. This is daily fantasy sports. Got to throw out the last slate and brand new game. Playing 3 sports is too much. Yeah, playing 2 sports is a lot. So Vegas 1 will garner way more ownership because they're so much cheaper. Actually, I did make some makeshift ownership projections. Let's see what I got here. I have the Vegas guys at Carlson around 22%. I actually think Vegas 2 might be a little bit higher owned still, but I wish there was a bigger discrepancy. So I've got Vegas 2 around 20-ish%, Stastny at 20%. Vegas 1, Carlson 22, Smith and Marchessault both 21. So last time we might be able to play Burns, so get him in there, boys. Yep. Yeah, thanks Army Forever. I appreciate that. That's our tech team came up with this lineup builder. So if you guys want to become premium members, promo code Hit the Ice gets you 50% off your first month of Osmo.com premium. And you get to use this lineup builder. NHL playoffs? Have you been banking? I've been close the last 4 nights straight. So I've been pretty frustrated. You guys, stop being so nice to me. Why is everyone being so nice in chat? There's usually people trolling. What's going on here? All this positivity. It's making me feel weird. In a single entry, well, okay, I'll kind of say what I did the other day. Maybe that was yesterday. When you start to build your stack like this is how I like to start my lineups when I'm hand building. See what fits. Okay, this fits. This is gonna be here, Theodore, and then let's punt. You guys liked Brennan Dillon, right? Okay, so this lineup's gonna be duped 5 or 6 times in the $10. Or even in a single entry, you might be duped. You don't want to be duped in a single entry. Inevitably, you're going to be duped in a large field GPP, at least some of your lineups, but this compared to, like, I don't know, you take off, actually let's take off Smith, let's put in not Tuck, let's leave in Miller, and so now you've got a 3-3, and let's say we want to do like LeBanc. There you go. Now you've got LeBanc and then Carlson. Like, this is going to be a more unique lineup. Yeah, it's possible you could be duped, but it's way less probable because it doesn't fit like a glove. You had to do some different stuff to get this to work. and you're taking a third liner as a one-off. With Carlson, you still have good correlation, but you're just a little bit different, which is what you would like to do. People are playing Hunter Wood at chalk, man. Imagine that. What? Isn't Domingo Herman starting tonight or something? Wasn't he not supposed to? Have you won big in MLB? No, I've not won big in MLB. That's why I've been sticking to NHL lately. I've been actually playing like regular volume on these 2-gamers, which is nice. You're never going to lose everything, you know, as long as you play everyone. Just play everyone, hit crunch, and you win. No, I just saw that Adam, shit my money, the stud, the MLB stud, said something about Herman starting before I came on here. I haven't looked at MLB today, to be honest. I've been focusing just on, I guess I haven't focused on MLB tonight's slate. I don't know if I'm going to play it. Got 2 hours. There's still good contests open? Probably. If I do, I'd probably just play like the mini max and just fire it in there and see what happens. On a 2-game slate, is it important to have a player from every team, or is it better to take players from only 2 teams? Well, on DK, you have to have one skater from 3 different teams. So goalie kind of fills in itself. Sales velocity was back down. Is that right? Yo, what is going on with that guy? His velocity all of a sudden was spiked back up to 95. And then now back to 91, you're saying? Jeez. No, it's not a Marcus Sorensen jersey. Sorry. This is a Burns jersey. So I'm sure that'll make you guys very angry at me. This is a Burns jersey. I'm cursing Burns. There's a couple curses I have. One is whoever I wrote up in the Spotlight Stacks article earlier in the season, the line would get broken up or someone would be hurt. Or the line would just suck. But that's a different story. Now I have the jersey curse. I'm wearing my Brent Burns jersey. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm still playing a lot of Brent Burns though, so let me lose the money with Burns. You guys can just fade him and steal all my money. Good. Taking 1 or 2 players against your goalie is a good way to differentiate on a 2-game slate. Yeah, I think 1 is probably fine. Maybe 2. Something I like to do, or I like how this makes my lineups look, is maybe going something like this. So actually, let's plug in Fleury. Let's go Carlson, Marceau, not Pacioretty. Oops. Let's say you like, I don't even know, DeBrusque, Krejci, Pasternak. So you wouldn't have these guys in the flex, obviously, but actually, let's say you like Matthews and Janssen. Now you've got your defenseman. Let's say you want to plug in, I don't even know, cheap guy, Miller. But now you also like McAvoy, I don't know. Actually, that's not going to fit for what I'm trying to do. Let's say you like Gardner. Now you got $7K left over. I like taking a defenseman like Carlson or Burns. You can put him in the util slot. And 3 defensemen is going to be different on this slate. Don't need to do it in all your lineups, but something to think about. I think people forget you can play defensemen. They can, if it's going to be a low-scoring game, they can still rack up blocks and shots on goal and stuff like that. So if it's going to be a low-scoring night, like last night, you saw a lot of people with Subban up near the top. He had a point, but he had like 7 DK, something like that. Boom hasn't been in the chat forever. He's tweeting at people. If Canes win, I think you got to get an Aho shirt. Yeah, I had a gift card, and that's why I ordered a bunch of jerseys. I was like, I'm never going to use this gift card. But I wear jerseys. So I ordered like 5 or 6 of them. Got a Barzell, Burns, Marsh. So, I mean, I've got a bunch of different ones now. But then I was thinking, how do I not have a Dougie Hamilton or Aho jersey yet? But I will get an Aho or Hamilton jersey, assuming my Canes can pull it out in Game 7. Yeah, Subban, he had an assist, right, but he got there with the peripherals. Yeah, I have a Taylor Hall. Of course I have a Taylor Hall. Come on. Of course. That's my favorite player. This NHL season feels so empty, the second half without him. It's like you're missing a long-lost friend who just makes you a ton of money every year. Why were they booing Subban yesterday? Or the whole series when he got the puck? I didn't even understand that, but I guess it's not really for me to understand. Sagan jersey. Yeah, I don't like the feel of the hockey actual jerseys. So I like the cotton jerseys. So that's what I'm gonna be wearing for however long I do this for. Oh, we got into it with Ben. Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever. I don't get why he's a polarizing guy. I don't know. Yeah, why do people love to hate on him? Kind of makes me like him a little bit more. I mean, I already like it. Some personality never hurt. All right. So steal that lineup, win all the money. I will be back probably Thursday. I think we have a 2-game slate. Assuming we have a 2-game slate, I think I'll be back Thursday. Probably won't stream tomorrow just because it's going to be a 1-gamer. But I'm sure I'll have some hot takes in chat. I'm sure we'll have some showdown content maybe. And hopefully the contests are pretty good, at least playable, to get some decent action down. Yeah, enjoy watching the Game 7s, everyone. It's going to be a fun night. If you want to get in on Premium Slack, promo code HitTheIce gets you 50% off your first month of Osmo.com Premium. Pretty good deal, and that is for any sport. So feel free to sign up using that. If you could, give us a like, give me a like. That would be appreciated. I see a bunch of you already did that, so thank you. If you want to hit that like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. Yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully at the top tonight. I think one of us is going to take it down. Bryce got it last night. I think maybe he'll get it again. And maybe we'll just all take top 5. How about that? All right, guys. Good luck. I will see you back hopefully Thursday.